to come and provide those assurances.
Chair, I agree on this issue of system audit because some of these issues, one is that I think it is not only Narok. We need, like Nairobi, a number of counties. We went with you, Busia. We should sample a number of counties and request the OAG to do the system audit. Then we invite the service provider, and I think CABS, Jumbo Pay, among others, who provide revenue collection systems, including the internal revenue systems done by counties. Then when we receive the reports, Chair, then when we receive the report, if there are glaring issues, we can re-invite the client back. But if we do the system audit and those issues are resolved, then we don't need to go further. But I suggest, Chair, apart from meeting the entity, we must also meet some of these service providers like Jumbo Pay, Cabs, even the internal revenue system, because we went to Trans Nzoia, the revenue was falling by 50%. Yet they were saying they had changed to a better revenue collector. You go to Mombasa, Chair, I'm requesting, and even in Nairobi. In fact, Sifuna, you are aware, I don't know whether you are aware of this, that by the time the revenue report was ready to be tabled by the Speaker in the Nairobi County Assembly, it disappeared between the tabler and the Speaker's office and the chamber. So we need to do that system audit even here in Nairobi.
Okay, members, I think we now need to make some substantive progress. We would have gone through all these issues, but the headline is weaknesses in the CAB system. And if the auditor found weaknesses, there is no way the Senate can say that, no, it is not weak, it is effective. And that is how we'll report to the House, that there are weaknesses in the system, there are issues of cash handling, there are issues of mismapping of revenue streams, but we will keep this matter open until we ask the necessary questions and get the relevant answers from the county and from the service provider. Honorable members, I think the remaining issues, we will consider the written responses, and if the written responses are not adequate, then we might need to call the governor back. But I hope, Governor, in your neat set of documentation, I hope that you have attached evidence of closure of the issues that you have reported as closed. And we intend to table a report on Narok perhaps in the next 3 or so weeks before the Senate, because we have agreed that we'll be sending reports for 10 counties, batches of 10 counties. And so in the next 3-4 weeks, you'll see our recommendations, and it will be a duty to implement them. We must now bring this session to a close. Because of time, we will donate our time as senators to the senator for Narok. So, Governor, make your closing remarks, and then Senator Ledamo Lekina will speak on our behalf.
Thank you very much, Chair and Honorable Senators. I think for me, I have learned a lot from the questions that you have asked. And I will be more than ready, because at the end of the day, all of us are working for the people of Kenya to improve on systems that we have, or even any ideas that can make sure that we do what we are supposed to do. On the issue of governors not coming to the Senate, I think, Chair, I suggest that we have a meeting between the governors and the senators, the leadership, so that if there are issues, I think we can discuss and see what is the problem. Maybe it is normally good to give somebody time to explain what is this that they are having a problem, so that again you hear from their from their mouth. And then also, and I'm not saying that's why I've come here. I've come here because I have nothing to hide. I've even learned a lot from the question that you have asked, and I think my colleagues are ready to come, and most of them have come to these Senate committees. The best way to do is not what is happening right now, in my opinion. I think the Senate is a house of decorum, a house of records, and we ought to respect the Senate, and also vice versa, the senators to have respect for their governors, because at the end of the day, all of us are serving our various counties, and we want the best for our people. I request you, Chair, and I have not been sent by the Council of Governors, but my honest opinion, that let's have a seat and just listen to each other And I'm very sure we can solve this, this problem if there is any. Otherwise, today I have not seen any shouting much between the senators and myself, and I hope we continue with that. That does not mean that you have not asked me hard question. You have, and I have taken it, as a learning process, but not as a criticism or making noise out there. I don't think TVs or anywhere will help us. What will help us is the leadership of the Senate to sit down and just have a sort of like a sit together and find out what is the issue. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We are ready for a meeting. If it's a meeting on how to move roads to counties, how to deal with KERA, how to deal with intergovernmental agreements on national government encroachment of county functions, how to empower ECD teachers, how to ensure there is water in counties, how to ensure that the health services and function is fully devolved, we are ready to have a meeting. But we don't have time to meet to gossip. Senator Ledamo Lekina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I echo your words. And in my view, let me first of all begin by thanking the Governor of Narok. Thank you for respecting me. Thank you for respecting the Senate, for having made the time to be able to come here. I'm quite impressed with the preparation of your documents. You came here ready. Of course, there are issues that needs to be dealt with. And the quality also. The quality was superb.